MasterBoris is back with a new video. What's good in the hood? Chicken nuggets with some hot sauce on them combos. Today, another reaction video. This is an interesting one I caught. And I wanted to, react to this with y'all, you know what I'm saying, and see what he's talking about. This channel goes by The Dumper. Title of this video, this is why I don't trust internet personalities. Oh, okay. I see what... I'm thinking about what he's going to talk about in this video because I saw the thumbnail. I saw AI thumbnail of Alba, you know what I'm saying, Cheyenne brand, all that. But hey, you got to understand something. This is content. This is business. And a lot of people are not about that life. But yeah, we're going to get right into this video.
Let me just start off this video by saying, forget it, I'm back. Because I'm not going to continue to wait because I visualized doing several videos that would be 30 minutes, 20 minutes when I came back. I'm not capable of doing that now, but I've dropped like 6 videos this month, so we might as well just say I'm back. Let's stop it, I'm back. And with that being said, I want to discuss very briefly, for however long I can, all the exposure that has happened since I've been gone. Had I been active, I would have covered these things, but I wasn't, so I couldn't. Sophie Rain went on Vlad TV, and Vlad did his best to expose her indirectly by having her show him, her earnings. She said that, man, I can't log in. And then it went from I can't log in to, the internet is not working. There's no connectivity. I can show you a screenshot. So, he caught her up about that. And that's just funny if you didn't get it. First the internet was working when you weren't logged.
All right, about her, Sophie Rain, because I've seen some videos of that Vlad video that, what he's talking about. Like her, man, like what? Y'all dudes that starving? Like to give your money away from some chick you don't really know a lot some money at that. It might not be like $11 million that she claimed, but it's something. It's something to keep her afloat. Like, y'all that starving? Like, come on, man. Like have some backbone, man. And these are the same people that will complain about giving away $5 to be a member. But you giving these women that you never gonna smash thousands of dollars. But yeah, let's ride out.
Again, but when you went to log in, it just automatically stopped working. But you had a screenshot ready of your money. She's a fraud. Also exposed her for lying about her age. Very good interview. He asked all the questions he needed to ask, and she's getting screwed financially because the people who are in charge of her finance, she has no idea. She has no financial literacy. She doesn't know what's being done with her money. Her accountant just moves it. She has no idea what she's investing in. You then have another one that didn't surprise me. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant got exposed on The Breakfast Club, pretty much exposed herself by letting everybody know she does not.
I'm kind of annoyed it took y'all this long to realize she's a fraud, and I already exposed her way before the whole breakdown that she was doing, the past few weeks. When y'all gonna listen to me for once? I know what I'm talking about here. You know that she wasn't no real doctor. But yeah, let's ride out.
Have a degree. She got a refund for a degree. And nobody's going to press her to show the receipts for the degree because we don't care. At the end of the day, you're not a doctor, and you've admitted that you're not a doctor. Now, that exposure didn't surprise me because Corey Holcomb mentioned that earlier. But speaking of Vlad from the first exposure and Corey Holcomb from the second exposure, it's very ironic that they came together. And if you pay attention to that side of YouTube, as far as the hip hop side and whatever side Corey Holcomb is on, Corey Holcomb got exposed by Poetic Flacco for saying all types of culture vulture stuff about Vlad, and then just like he always does, kissing up to Vlad when he see him, perking up and just acting so jolly and just really blazing. That's what he...
See, I didn't know that. See, I didn't know. See, I fell out with Corey. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really pay attention to Corey where y'all was telling me about. You know, people requesting me what I feel about the whole situation with him and Anton Daniels, how that went down. It don't surprise me one bit, cause Corey, he don't stand on nothing, man. He's like one of them internet trolls that talk shit to you, and then when you see him in person, and be like, "Man, I was just playing." That's Corey. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's ride out.
He does. He said out of his own mouth, you know, I said bad stuff about Jamie Foxx, but when I ran into Jamie Foxx, I was a groupie for Jamie Foxx. He was a groupie for Vlad that day. And from the time that he had his beef with Anton Daniels all the way up until now, I wanted to make a video that I'm not going to make, which was about how he just doesn't have any integrity. Corey has no integrity. He's everything he hates in other people. Now for the exposure that I didn't expect, which is Wizard Liz. I've done a few videos on her or reacted
I
to
don't
her
know who that
clips.
is.
Her name is
I don't know
Texas
who
Garden
that is.
Fairy on social media. I don't know if it still is, but she did a lot of anti-man, diet, Shira 7, whiteface, sprinkle gold digger life branded content. She was like a guru misleading women on how to get the most out of men as far as finances and getting them to trick on you and pay all your bills and, you know, bashing men. If you're a man and you're not providing and paying all her bills, you're a worthless sack of bones. But it just boils down to this. That's just the general scope of what she does and says. One piece of her advice was to never get married or something along those lines. She spoke against marriage. Guess what? She got engaged. Whoa. Shocker. Who would have known? And she came to the internet. Nobody pressured her to do this. I guess she tried to get ahead of it and told her followers, like, listen, I found a man. I'm engaged to a man. I told y'all not to get married to a man, but guess what? I was hurt. She said out her own mouth on that screen that she was coping with all the stuff she was saying before. Oh, wow. Shit. Who was right? The kid was right again. So boom, a dating grifter exposed again. And the one that caught me so off guard, the one that caught me the most off guard was ABBA from ABBA and Preach having one baby mom.
Not me. Not me. Him too. I knew he was on some bull crap. I knew it. I could just tell, man. He out here trying to pull a Nick Cannon on these hoes, man. You know what I'm saying? But his case, nah, I'm not surprised about that at all. I don't know why you surprised. But anyway.
2 baby mom, 3 baby mom, 4 baby mom, 5 baby. He had a baby mom giveaway, bruh. All these women coming out like, man, he forced me to get an abortion, man. Bruh. Tremendous hypocrite. A wolf in sheep's clothing is what ABBA is. ABBA done spoke on so many manosphere red pill people. He done spoke on so many people. And listen, I'm a commentator. We do criticism. We criticize people. It is what it is. But the thing about ABBA, specifically him, he always takes the moral high ground and acts like he's better than these niggas is beneath. And it's like, bro, you out here having unprotected sex, knocking up 4 chicks at once, 5 chicks at once. What's going on? The character
He
that
was going balls deep, pause, because he said he had a low sperm count, so he just gonna be reckless with his dang line. You know what I'm saying? Like he, I was like, ah. And there was a time where, you know, we was trying to expose these girls, but he would not expose himself or what he put in his receipts when he was talking to these girls. But yeah, man, bruh. A lot of these dudes are not about that life. They do the total opposite of what they say in their videos, man. You cannot take some of these guys for face value, man. I guess y'all love being deceived. Because if I was doing what they would do, I'd probably have more views and more subscribers. Because it seems like people like just love toxicity. They love being deceived. Maybe that's what I have to do. But yeah, let's ride out.
he portrays is just that, a character. That's not who he is. It's fraudulent. It's too deep for me to get into the nuance of the whole situation, but Buddy got the first chick who exposed him lives across the country. Lives across. Come on, man. And what's crazy is Stevie Knight and Myron set out to have him thwarted because they set out to really shit on him. And this was Myron's chance. And I feel like they didn't capitalize the way they should have, but that's a story for another day that we'll never get to. Watching all of these exposures unfold over the months that I wasn't active reinforced something that I pretty much said since the start of the channel. And it was mainly centered around financial gurus and guys who teach game as far as like pickup artists or whatever they are nowadays. Most of these people are frauds trying to sell you an image. And the reason that I put behind that earlier, as far as in the early days of the channel, is because these guys are trying to sell you a course. So they got to make you think they're the man. But it expands far beyond that when we talk about all the exposures I just mentioned. It's really something to where when you get on the internet, you could just be anybody. And most people just aren't what they seem. This actually even extends past creators at this point because people will just get on and lie about how much money they make, lie about what they doing with their life, etc. You know, chicks do a lot of capping on the internet, and you know a lot of dudes do a lot of capping as well. We're in the era of capping, and people have a lot of different motivations for doing that. So one of the messages that I've always paired with that is be skeptical about everything a creator says, and even some of these regular people that you see online. Be skeptical about all of it, even the stuff that I say. Be skeptical, because that is how you protect yourself from falling into the trap of worshiping or even just believing a fraud to your detriment. Now, you would think with all of these people getting exposed, right, that there would be some backlash and, man, you know, these guys are finished, right? No, I'm pretty positive all of the people that I mentioned are still good. I'm positive. This is what happened. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, she exposed herself, right? But Corey Holcomb exposed her first. You have somebody like Amanda Seals come out and say stupid shit like, who is she hurting by faking like she's a doctor, faking like she has a degree and giving advice? She's not hurting anybody, which I won't get into that because she's absolutely hurting people. But the point I'm making is people get exposed as frauds, as grifters, yet still keep pulling in clients, viewers, interviews, and even from other creators or other people in the spaces as far as like media and etc. They still get support. The people at the Joe Budden podcast refuse to hold Cheyenne Bryant accountable to any reasonable degree. And the implication in the dialogue that they have is, one, she's a friend of the show, so we don't crap on friends of the show, but two, they want to smash. Most of them want to smash. And if you know anything about men, they will avoid telling the truth to get some pussy. They'll even lie because getting sex is more important than telling the truth to a lot of men. So on one hand, there are a lot of fraud content.
That is crazy to think about. A lot of these men, yeah, I'm include quote unquote black men too, think sex is more important than telling the truth. You that starving that you don't want to tell the truth to a woman? You that starving? I can't relate, man. Like, these dudes out here thirsty for some buns. That's crazy to think about. You know? Man. I guess it's one of those men that they're not used to getting any. But yeah, let's ride out.
And creators, grifters, course sellers, and etc. on the internet. And you need to protect yourself and be skeptical of everything. But on the other hand, very weirdly, when these people get exposed, they don't really lose nothing. You could look at Derek Jackson and him doing what he did as far as getting exposed. You could also look at Diet Derek Jackson, Ace Metaphor. He got exposed for smashing a bunch of his castmates. Neither one of them lost steam. Both of them have their platforms. Both of them still post. They still get money. Women still feed them. I just did a video on Jet Franzen exposing himself. His audience got really upset because he went from depression maxing in a dark, damp basement to sitting in a mansion on a balcony talking about money talks and all this, like all just completely off brand, completely blindsided all the depressed people in his audience. And you would think the grift is up, the jig is up. No, he didn't lose any steam. It's still going. People are still rocking with him. The numbers did not slow down at all. Let me read this comment from the video that I did about Jet Franzen. So it says, the thing with his content is that once you watch one video, you feel this weird sort of relief. And then the more you watch and read the comments, the more horrible you feel about yourself and the world around you. If bro's a fraud, he's got some weird psychological tactic that makes you want to continue suffering more and more by watching his videos because I don't know why, it's kind of addicting, LOL. And that's what it comes down to. If the content makes you feel good, if you really like the crispy crack that's being cooked in the air fryer, then you'll get over the fact that they're a fraud. I'll give a perfect example with Myron Gaines. So I don't like him. He's a racist. But when I did the video about him, the same guy who says you need to sleep with 50 women, when I covered the video about him losing his girl, one of the main points was he tells you to sleep with 50 women and all of this stuff, but he's not even sleeping with the girl he committed to. If I ran that to anybody that doesn't consume his videos, they would see the hypocrisy clearly. But his fans, the people who love the taste of his nuts so much, came on the video and defended him vehemently and called me all types of names. This is the ironic part. We know that when it comes to women, it's really about how the guy makes them feel. They will reward lies a lot of the time and punish the truth. And even if the dude is a horrible guy, if he makes her feel good, she will stay. She will support her man. It's funny that even extends to men as far as the psychology. When we talk about content creators and people they're fans of, you can go look at the Drake and Kendrick beef for a good example of men going against logic to defend their biases, but we may discuss the Drake and Kendrick stuff another day. Ultimately, getting exposed as a course selling, consultation selling, exploitive grifter really comes with little to no consequence nowadays. You'll still get booked for interviews. You'll still have all your fans. You won't miss a fucking beat. That's it for today. I'll catch y'all.
Yep, all the things he's saying is true. I mean, even though you came across this video, you came across my channel, you probably still follow those people that he mentioned. Do you? I mean, listen. Once you're a fraud, I can't support you, man. Cause you have me believe that you somebody that, and you really not. See me, I don't go out and do here. I do my 2 cents. I do my reactions. I talk about gaming. I do commentary on relationships, and be on my way. Just a regular person, just like you. All this time, I always kept it real with everybody. Even though MasterBoris is a character, y'all know that as such, and I keep my real life private. So, I ain't trying to stun nobody or whatever, and like most of these guys do that we mentioned, or try to like cap and say, yeah, I'll get that money, dope. I got a lot of money in the bank. Nah, man, just be humble. Sit down. A lot of these people on the internet, they be doing too much. They be overcompensating on stuff that they don't really have, and y'all believe it because you see yourself within them. So, like a part of you is probably resonating of what they're saying, in their videos, and you probably like, hey, I should give them a follow because I can relate to this. Yeah, you can, some of the stuff that they say do be true, but the way they're going about it, it's over exaggerating. They try to overrate themselves, and that's the problem. But like I said, I might as well be toxic and deceive people in order to get views. I might as well do it. Nah. It's not in me, man. It's not in me. But yeah, let me know in the comments what y'all think. Let's have a conversation about it. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I do a variety of videos here. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.